We don't have any science because we don't have electronics. We don't have electronics because we didn't have copper. We didn't have copper because we don't have water. All right, so if we run out of coal there, it's pretty much game over. And bada bing, bada boom, we're gonna get some water here. 36 times 10 is gonna be 360. That's a lot of coal, man. I don't know if I want to go with that much water. At least not so early in the game. That's gonna be so much. But I guess we have to. We have to do it if we're gonna make any progress. That's a lot. That's a lot of water. Oh my god, that just took out my entire pipe. Ah. All right, we'll try again here. Ooh, we don't have a lot of unity, actually. We don't have any unity. So that's not good. We got a lot of diesel. Oh my god, that's a lot of diesel. Welcome back, everyone. This is JTM Plays, and we are back with some more Captain of Industry. This is episode 6 of our Let's Play series here on YouTube, and I'm really inclining into doing a couple of live streams of the game, just because we're a little farther along now, and the episodes get a little bit long, and we don't really get that much accomplished in the hour or two play session here for the recordings, which is what I mostly have time for. But I think that if we live stream, we can make a little bit more progress, and that might be something that we move towards here in the near future. And then we can also play some other games as well. But I'm having a lot of fun still with Captain of Industry. I just don't have a lot of time for the recordings and then the editing and then the uploading. So yeah, that's where we're at. Anyways, I think today's little project here is going to be sorting out our food situation as well as our water situation, because we are not producing enough water to handle our crops and to handle our, what's it called here, this thing, our diesel production here. I really like the way that this came out, and it's very expandable. I did produce a blueprint for this. If you guys want it and want to use it in your saves, let me know. I can put the blueprint in the description, or a link to the blueprint in the description, which is to solve our food problems and then start expanding. We're producing plenty of iron. We're producing plenty of, we were producing plenty of copper, but I guess we're just kind of recovering right now with our situation. Oh, look, we still have to build this out right here. Let's hop out before I forget to do this. We're just gonna try and Unity build this, but we can't because we don't have construction part 2s. And okay, so now I know what the problem is. This thing is the problem. I think that we can make this an urgent build just so that we can handle it. And then this is another flat conveyor, which I don't know what is. Oh, the output is actually that, right? Okay, so the whole flat conveyor just needs to be built. It's already a high priority. So we'll get that built here eventually or shortly. And then once that's built, we are going to be able to recover on our maintenance little situation here. We're getting this thing upgraded as well so that we can produce more maintenance, and then we don't have to boost it. I don't think we are boosting it, but just in case. Just in case. Now, should we crank up our research again? I think that we can unpause our research and let that run. If we had any science, we don't have any science because we don't have electronics. We don't have electronics because we didn't have copper. We didn't have copper because we don't have water. Which is strange. Why is it that we don't have water? This isn't consuming like crazy amounts of water, and these guys should be producing enough water for us. Right? Can we say that we want you to stay full at about that much? Right? If we are full at about that much, then vehicles can come and grab water here if necessary, but if not, don't even think about it. Can I put one of these right here? I cannot put that there. All right, so we're not going to stress that. We're just trying to produce the conveyor belt here if possible. Right? Because that's what we're missing. How are we doing for trading? Do we have any loans? Yes, we do have loans. Construction part 2 loans are negative payments because we're not producing any construction parts. We're not producing any construction parts because we are not producing electronics. And I'm not going to go through the whole shebang again, explaining why we don't have electronics. You guys do the math. At least we have concrete, right? At least we have concrete. So right now our problem is water. Now, did we research a way to produce more water? We do. Okay, so we have a seawater pump, right? With the seawater pump, we should be able to go ahead and turn that seawater, right? We can turn that seawater into actual water. What are we doing in terms of research? Basic desalination. Ah, in a distiller. That's where we get our water from. Okay, so we have a sort of distiller, or we had a distiller here. We actually still do have a distiller here, so this is good. We are going to have to move this rubber maker, right? We're going to move the rubber maker. We can put the seawater pump right here. I think it's one produces 108. And so one of these, if we change the recipe, we would need some coal to produce 36 water here, which is expensive. Coal is expensive. So it's expensive, but I think we need to do it. Right, this is our only coal here. I don't think that there's coal on the island anywhere else. No, there isn't. All right, so if we run out of coal there, it's pretty much game over. We have some coal right here, but we can't build a bridge, right? We can't build a bridge here yet. We might need to build some kind of land bridge out there. Construction parts are a problem right now. We cannot take out a loan for construction parts. So that's also a problem. I do like that we're full here on oil. So if we got another loan here, right? We're working with loans, because if we don't have loans, we can't really make any progress. We're trying to get some electronics again. And the maximum that we can get is 210. If we get 210 here, then we can make some construction parts, which will allow us to make more copper, which will allow us to make more construction parts, right? I am going to take the 210 here and then borrow that. And then quick trade offers. We can't trade for electronics just yet. So I'm going to take that, and then hopefully I'm going to produce the construction parts that I need for that copper situation to get built as fast as possible. And then from there, we're going to need another water guy. So I'm going to put you right here temporarily, right? Can I do that right there? And then can I get this deconstructed? And then can I get transporters? I'm looking for this pipe connector right there. This guy can be built, but we can't quick build that structure. So I'm going to unpause it, let that happen. And bada bing, bada boom, we're going to get some water here. If this is producing 3.5, 3.5, and 3.5, it's still not enough for 6 and 6, which is what's needed for this. So 12, right? So 2 is 7. Another 2 is 14. And so we'll have some water to spare there, which is what we need. Can I trade for construction part 2s? We cannot trade for construction part 2s. So, all right, how's our food going? We're getting some more food back again, right? Potatoes and vegetables, those are great. We're supposed to be requesting vegetables here. Keep that full, keep that full, keep this empty. This is water here for our friends. So let's fill that up. Okay, so let's go and see if that electronics delivery or that electronics loan helped us out with producing the construction part 2s that we're missing, which in turn will be able to build this belt right here. Can we just go ahead and build it? Build it. There we go. All right, that's what we needed. And then we're going to have some water to spare here. It might be prudent of us to add another one of these and then maybe one more over here. Is that okay? Is that allowed? It's not allowed. What about right here? Yeah, we can do another one right here. I think this is making the most of our space here. I think we need to do that, and that'll allow us to have some spare water for whatever it's needed, right? Wherever, whatever is needed. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to connect you to there. I'm going to connect you to there, and then I'm going to hit quick build, unpause that. So that'll help, right? That will help with our water shortage, because that's more water produced than is consumed. I could add some more of these right over here. That would actually be even better, so that we can get even more water. So we're on a water production spree, right? All of that needs to get built. Can we add another one somewhere else? Maybe right over here? I guess not. We don't have room for that. So we're not going to do that. As long as we have the copper here that we need for this, we need 12, and 12 is 24, which is less than what we are producing here. So we have 19 and 19, which is good. This belt needs to be a little bit faster, but eventually we will be good in terms of the copper backed up over here. Right, so we're gonna have a little bit of copper to spare here. Maybe we could add another line here of electronics. How much electronics are we consuming per month is what I want to know, right? So if we're producing 12 and 12, it's 24 total. So let's take a look at what's using electronics. This is using 6 and 6, which is 12, and then this is using 6 and another 6, which is another 12. So that is 24. That's already 24. Are we using electronics for anything else? No, right? That's it. So we should be pretty much dead even in our production here, unless we need a little bit more. Actually, this is going to be upgraded here pretty soon, so that's going to require another 12. So might as well just have this ready for our needs. We have a little bit of construction part 2s available and yeah, ready to use, so that's good. What I need now is I just need to wait, right? I just need to wait. I think I want to get some more water. Yeah, I want to get some more water here, so I'm going to put in a couple of these guys right there. 1 and 2 vehicles should have enough space to maneuver there. And then we can just go ahead and plug you into there. Awesome. Oh, I totally forgot to plug these guys in, right? So I'm going to do that right there. So you're plugged in, and then you're also plugged in. So that's all good. Let's build that, and let's build this. Unpause that. So if we're looking at this correctly here, we're consuming how much water for farms, right? How much water are we consuming here? 128 every 4 months. So that's 36. This is consuming 36 water per month. We're looking at potatoes here. 108 and 128. All right, so it's a decent amount of water there. So we're not producing that amount at all. Soil moisture is 34, average water demand every 60. Okay, so we need to at least get 34 per farm. That's a lot of water. Average water demand is still 34. So can we get some more water here? This is not going to be enough. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3.5 is about what we're getting. 3.5 times 6 is 21. Absolutely not enough. All right, so in the moral of the story here is that we need to get to desalination tier 2. So where is this? Desalination, basic desalination. Where is desalination tier 2? Water recovery, captain's office. Let's look at desalination. Thermal desalination is what we want, and that is behind Research Lab 2. So we're a long ways out from this bad buddy here. We need construction part 3, so we're going to need to consume a little bit of coal to sustain our addiction here to water. What would be the best location to put down some coal production here? Sorry, not coal production, but desalination production. We're going to need water for our settlement. Settlement does not have water. We need 26 for settlement. What's the total amount of water that we need? Let me just look at that up, right? We're looking at here needs, and we're going to say water. Okay, so here we go. Our total need of water seems to be a whopping 629. No, that's production. Consumption is 195. That's about right. Right? That seems about right. This is our quantity right now. Last 120 months. So 195 water. That means that we need water production, water extraction, and we are looking for here, basic desalinator or basic distiller. We're going to need some 36. So let's say 200 divided by 36. We need around 6 distillers here to produce all the water that we need. Is that a sound investment? It's probably not. It's probably not a sound investment, but I'm going to do it anyway because we need that. It's a good thing that these distillers are construction part 1s and they're very cheap, but they are labor intensive. So 6 population each. Right, and then the water pumping, right? This groundwater would be massive, but it's not enough because we can't get to where we need to go there yet, right? We can't get over there. That's where we want to go. This is where our water is, at least. So what we're going to do is we're going to build something over here. This stuff over here can get demolished. We don't need this here anymore. We're going to get our waste management, water pump, basic distillers. We're going to get 3 of these guys, right? And we're going to cause a lot of pollution. 1, 2. Come on. Can I get rid of the floor? Yeah, let's get rid of this stuff right here. We don't need that anymore. We don't need to level that. We don't need to level, do any planting over here. So we're good. We're in the clear here. That's fine. So this does need to be leveled out. Awesome. Okay. All right. So let's get some water. Maybe even right here. This is a good spot. So we're over here. We are going to get some seawater. Seawater pump. We're going to need 3 times the power here for 216. I don't think that's what we want, right? Basic distiller, we're doing 60 to 36. Actually, so we need to get... Well, if we're going to do... Let's just do 6 distillers, right? Let's just do 6. So if we're going to do 6, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Outputs, right? Our outputs are this way. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to flip this. And we're going to drive it. All right, so there we have 6. We're going to need some tier 2 pipes here. We're going to get our output this way. Right? Good. We're going to need smokestack. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So is this right? No, something's wrong here. This one's wrong. All right, so if we're getting water out of here, we're trying to get 36 water times 6 is going to be how much? 36 water. 36 times 6 is going to be, give me an answer, 216. So this pipe here, its capacity is 200. So we're going to need 2 pipes anyway. We're going to need 2 pipes here anyway. Oh, we're trying to get to 300, right? So even that is wrong. 36 times 6 is not enough, right? 36 times 6 is 216. All right, so how many do we need for 8? 36 times 8 is 288. It's still not enough. We're trying to go for 300. So 36 times 10, it's going to be 360. That's a lot of coal, man. I don't know if I want to go with that much water. At least not so early in the game. That's going to be so much. But I guess we have to. We have to do it. If we're going to make any progress. That's a lot. That's a lot of water. So with that, then we can supply, or we can create, what's the consumption here of seawater? 60. So we're going to need 600 seawater. 600 seawater equals 6 pumps. So we could get 6 pumps. All right, so that's 6 pumps. Right? That should be enough for our needs. We're going to need coal coming in. We're going to need coal coming in right here. And we're going to need coal coming in right here. All right. How much is that going to be in coal? We're setting recipes here. I keep forgetting. 6 times 10 is 60 coal per minute, which is a lot of coal. That is a lot of coal. We have to really be using this water here the least amount possible. All right, so if we're going with our coal is just going to come in over here. I think I need to move this thing. Yeah, we can go this way. We put you in the center here. You're still fine, right? This should be fine. It should be fine. And then we need to flip these pipes. Flip and flip. Okay, good. All right, and then so we go with this group right here. This feels like the same build that we did last time. All right, so you're gonna go in there. No, actually that's wrong. You're gonna go. Okay, so we can build one line here of this to start. And then we should be fine. This needs to be, well, this could be rotated, right? Yeah, this could be rotated. There's also brine that we need to deal with. Forgot about that. Oh, this is not connected. Rotate and rotate. So I need to copy and then paste your settings now, and then we're going to do an output. Yeah, 240 here. So it's going to need to have 2 pipes here exiting on Brine. All right, so that's our Brine export. Good. All right, that's Brine. Let's just get you to be tier 1 there and there. Same thing over here. Yeah. All right, same thing everywhere. And this is all tier 1. Okay, good. Now we are going to get the output. Yeah, I guess we could go one side on the bottom. Everyone here just plugs into the bottom here. there, and then everyone on this side plugs into the second line there. Okay, so that's sorted. It's this pipe right here needs to be rotated. And can I get in there, please? Rotate it. Rotate it. All right, so we're getting our outputs. Oops, this is completely off because this doesn't go this way. Let's just delete the whole thing here. Delete, 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 delete. Right, because this is what needs to happen over here. We need this connector to live up here, actually at this height. All right, because this is our input. I totally forgot that we are inputting from the back. Good. Okay, and so then we can do your in and your in. Ooh. I think I need to move this there. I need to delete this and delete this. Now let's get you placed correctly. So from there to there, and this is wrong again. From there to there, and there to there. All right, everyone's happy. Same thing over here. You go there, you go there, and you go there, and then this goes away. Okay, that's water on one side, water on the other side, and then our brine is going to be pushed back out on that side. So how much brine did we say that we needed? We need 24 times 10 is 240, which means it's a pretty decent amount of waste management liquid dump. Oh, it's actually only 2. Okay, so this can handle 2. We could do 1 and 2, or actually 1 and 1, like so, right? So we could do this little piggy. So this side here is the one that we're going to build, right? We're going to build this side first. Am I okay with that? We're going to build that side first. Yeah. So that is going to be the top line. That's going to be outputting over here. All right. And then you on this side. Into here. Okay, so we're good here. Last but not least is going to be the following. So we're going to need these belts. For example, this thing right here. We can get rid of this and we can get rid of this. We can now go ahead and feed this into there, this into here, this into here, and this into there. It's 60, 60, and come on, 60, and then also 60, 60 right there, right? That's all you need, 60. So this pipe here is tier 1, which can have a throughput of 60. No problems. That's all set. All right, last but not least is going to be our outputs and our inputs, which are going to require 2 separate things. And one is a loose storage. We can feed you right here. And that's going to be coal. Nice and easy. Are you set correctly here? Can I do this into here? Yes, I can. All right, this needs to be rotated. This needs to be rotated. This needs to be rotated. And then so does this. And same thing over here, right? So I actually need your belt to come this way into here. Good. Now we can rotate this. All right. So we seem to be fine here. Now we just need to get our output. Okay, I think we have a working system here. And what I want to do now is get the output finally, and that's going to get me the following situation, right? We're going to build this out. We're going to put this right here. And then maybe maybe we need 2 tanks, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna put it this way so we can have 2 tanks like so. And that saves us with some space, and then we can get what we said was the output, right? Where are the outputs are going to be on the bottom 2 belts. So this guy needs to be flipped, and then so do you. Oh, there's a belt here that's in the way. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. So can we move you out this way, and move you? Yeah, we're gonna need to replace you. And we're gonna drive you out this way, that way. Okay, and then we can get our pipes out. So this pipe right here, is going right in there. And that gets us our water. And then we should be good to go. Oh my God, that just took out my entire pipe. Ah. All right, we'll try again here. Where's my brine output? Oh, that's what happened. Because you are 24. Okay, so one of these is wrong. Okay. Brine. So up, there, to there. And then we can do our tier 1s again. Onto level here, 3, right? Onto level 3. Oh no, now I took out the wrong pipes. What am I looking at here? What is this pipe here? That is water, right? That is water. So that is correct. That is correct, right? On this side, we want to go. We said we're building this side, right? Yeah. It's gonna be a trouble. It's gonna be a problem anyway. So okay, let's take out this side. You're going. Yeah, you're staying there. You're staying there. Let's remove out all of the connections here. So you go away, you go away, and you go away. So all of my water connections are gone, right? Except for this one. And this one is incorrect. And this one is missing brine. So this brine pipe goes in. This brine pipe goes in here. I just need to connect the pipe here, please. Give me the pipe. There. All right, so this guy from here is going up to number 3. There. Yeah? Yeah, okay. All of this needs to go now, because that's all also incorrect. Missed that by a mile. All right, so that's brine onto pipe level 3. Yeah, brine up to pipe level 3. Same thing here. Brine up to pipe level 3. Brine up to pipe level 3. And this one's all set. Okay, so now we can get rid of this. All right, good. So water to pipe level 1. Water to pipe level 1. Water to pipe level 1. Water to pipe, water to pipe level 1 and water to pipe level 1. All set? Now, water to pipe level 2. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay, no more confusing our situation here. This is good. All of that is fine. All of this is fine. I think we're all set here. Now, as I was speaking of what is happening here. I would like to copy you, and then I would like to put you somewhere. Oh, I guess that's the only place where you are going to fit right now. So, okay, so you're going to remain there. And vehicles can travel this way, vehicles can travel that way. I can get a pipe going to over here, not a problem. And that should be everything we need. So let's go ahead and unpause the build, right? We're going to go unpausing this. We're going to unpause this side as well as all of this, 3 pumps. And then we can unpause this, and then we can unpause that guy, and then we can unpause this entire piping mayhem, right? We're going to unpause that, we're going to unpause that, and we're going to get all that built, right? Okay, this can go away, this can go away, and then so can this. No, so can this thing. So we're going to cancel that, and we're going to cancel this. And then we should be fine. All right, let's do it. Oh, I think we're building the wrong pipe here. So we can pause this. Ooh, no, because we're building this side. All right, so we could do this. We could remove that, and we can remove this. So the third pipe here, this guy, level 3, you're the one that goes up here. And then into right there. Okay, and then this guy here, you're going up to 4 and then in here. Well, right there. And then that solves our little dilemma. Right. All right, let's go ahead and unpause that, and then also this. And let's let it build. All right, let's get to work, guys. Let's do the thing. Get those construction parts. We got plenty. We got 450 here. We got 60 construction part 2s. At least we have enough construction parts 1s for our needs here. This stuff gets built, and then we should be all set. Do we need... Are we missing anything here? Everything's on the right side, right? We probably don't need to build this or this or this, right? Yeah, we don't need to build that. Just those 3 bottom lines. Maybe not. Maybe we don't need this, this, or this, or that. As far as our outputs of Brine, that's all looking pretty good. No issues there. All right, so how fast can we build any of this? We got 13. Ooh, we don't have a lot of Unity, actually. We don't have any Unity. So that's not good. All these guys need recipes now. We're going to be dumping brine into the ocean. So you get a recipe, you get a recipe, you get a recipe, and you get a recipe. All right, so that's all set. We could probably just copy the recipes to these guys as well. And then we can copy these recipes to this guy here as well. And that should solve our problems. Are we going to have enough workers, population for this? Because it looks like we're at the verge here. 27. These guys are 6 each. We got 4 more to go. So it's quite a lot, actually. No, you know what? It's fine. Now, this is also mixing 108. We can't process more than 200 per pipe here. So this is not good. This is not a good ratio here. I didn't calculate that properly. 108. So one single pipe 2 can handle only 2 of these. So that's a problem. I mean, what I could do is just split this off. All right, what's your capacity here? 60, 36, 60 is not an ideal number, right? 60 is not an ideal number. When we're working off of 120, this is going to be pumping 108. Okay, so what's the total here? 60 times 5 is 300, right? So we only really need 300. As long as we can get 300 into 2 pipes, then we should be okay. Maybe what I need is just a balancer here. Right? I think that's it. I think that would solve my problems. And 200 on each with a secondary output here. So if you could do 60, 60, 60, and then plus one more over here, that should be fine. Okay. Let's rethink our little situation here. We're going to get this out of here. We're going to get that out of there. We're going to get this out of here. And we're going to be fine with that. Boom. All set. We're going to get a balancer right over here. Right? We're going to get a pipe. Level 2, right? Because it has to be level 2. It can't be anything else. You're going to go in right there. You're going to go in right here. And then you are going to go in right there. This pipe in turn is going to balance the output to there and also balance the output to right there. We don't have to fight about not having enough water because this will supplement any water that does not go out this way first. And we can make this the primary out, right? Primary out is here on the left. Boom. Anything else goes this way, but this goes out here. And that is our solution. That solves our water imbalance. Can we start the production? No, because this needs to be upgraded. This needs to be built. All of this needs to be built. How about we just build all of this, please? With whatever construction part. Please build the pipes. As long as these are all tier 2 and 1, we should be fine. And then the balancer needs to be done. And then we should be fine. Okay, I'm gonna have to do the same thing over here, right? Yep, let's do it. Let's get this out of here, that out of there, that out of there, and that out of there. Okay, let's get the same balancer right over here. And let's get our pipes in. Same thing over here. In and in. Our balancing problems are done. You go there, and then you go right over here. Supplemental, right? Priority in on that side. Okay, last but not least, do we have a situation here? Yeah, we do have a situation here. This needs to be that way, and all of the outputs are that way. Okay, oh man, I love this design. All we're missing is the construction parts now. That's all we're missing. Now, what's missing over here? What are you guys missing? Now, you're missing the construction part 1s, which are coming out of this thing right here, which are not coming out of this thing right here. Did we solve our food problem? We did, right? We got a little bit of backup. No backup here, no backup there. Nothing really. Yeah, we didn't solve our food issue. We're actually in a little bit of a predicament with food because we're not producing enough water to water our irrigated farms. Yeah, waiting for rain. With this water that we're going to get right here momentarily, right? Are you guys not? Yeah, this guy's not even connected. So you're going to come in here and we're going to boom. And we're going to have to do the same thing over here because this is where we're going to get our water. We're going to need to balance it here, right? So we're going to get you out of there. So then we're probably going to need to get you out of there. And we're going to get a balancer right here. This is going to, when you get picked up, you're going to go right here. Okay, you're going to go right in there. And then you're going to go right there. This will get built. And then we're going to say priority in. So anything coming in from our rainwater harvesters gets priority in, and then this is going to be from our desalinators over there. And then that should be fine. I think that we need to upgrade these guys, right? Because we're not going to have the throughput here to sustain all of these farms anyway. And then we can also get this water right here into our settlement. We also have a little bit of water here. Not a lot, but a little bit. Right, because you're consuming 6, we're only producing 7 here. So it's not a lot. Can we build you? Can we build... Yeah, can we build you? And not you, and you, and you? No, we don't have the unity for that. Okay, that's fine. Let's actually pause our science here. If we don't need it, we're not going to have it on. All right, we're now moving some water over here. Now, it's not a lot because we only have 1 seawater pump running, but we're doing something. This has brine that's not being pumped out. Why? Because this pipe needs to be constructed. Okay, eventually this will start working. And we're getting a little bit of water here. Just a little tiny bit. A trickle of water is coming in. It looks good to have this thing fully running, right? Yeah, it looks good to actually send my boat out and do some missions, because now we have a gun, right? We can customize this guy. We can load the crew. Actually, whoa! We didn't have a crew here. All right, well, ship designer, we've got guns in the front, and we should be able to go explore some more islands here. Can we go here? Yeah, we lost here because our ship was not prepared to battle, but it is now, right? It is now. So go ahead, do your thing. Are we doing for our loans, right? Are we paid off yet? No, we're still paying off. Electronics here, 39. We got 244 in storage. Let's just go ahead and pay this whole thing off, right? Pay it off. Not have to deal with it. And we're set. Okay. I would very, very likely want to use a, what's it called? Maybe another loan for construction parts here to get this stuff rolling. Because well, we're not really starving for anything, right? We're good here. I think we just need to build like this thing right here and this thing right here. And then we have a very nice and sufficient amount of stuff. Well, I guess we need to get rid of the brine as well. So we're going to build that, and this. And that, we'll start pumping out the brine. Yeah? If I don't say so myself, we should be good here. Awesome. All right, start producing that water. What are we missing here? 60 into 36 times 5 is 360. Oh my God. So we're making a lot more water than I actually anticipated. I was only going for 300. How did we end up with 300? No, it's fine. It's my bad. My bad. That's wrong. I'm completely off here. Also, let's build another one of these because we don't have people. All right, so let's do that. So, yes, like I was saying, my problem is the following. 5 times 36, right? 5 times 36 is 180. So yes, one single pipe can handle the throughput here, right? Let's build this up a little bit higher. Okay, good. Now let's get rid of this. And have we solved our problem here? We're not looking good with water. Why? Because this is being held up because these pipes are being upgraded. Yeah, that's the case. Okay, let's give you a little bit of a boost here. Let's give you a little bit of a boost here as well. Let's get that water going. Irrigation needs to flow. You get some water. You get some water. Everyone gets some water. Let's not run into problems there. All right, industrial edicts. I think we can turn off vehicle fuel consumption. Let's turn that off because we got a decent supply of fuel. Maintenance reduction, we can turn that off as well. That gets us our unity back. Totally forgot about that. Okay, now farm yield increased by 15%. That's not what we want. We want food consumption reduced by 20%. Probably not what we want either. I do want to unpause this beacon so that we can get population here because we're at negative 23. We need more people in order to get our water thingies going. So once that's settled, we should be fine. This settlement here is actually under construction, which would be good. Once we're done here, we don't have enough unity, but we will be getting unity here pretty soon. How is our digging project here? Not good. Not good. I mean, should these guys be digging or flattening this area here? I think yes, because we need the build area. This is going to be good for more, perhaps more harvesters, rain for harvesting. Sure. I think we need to get this stuff flowing if possible, but it's not happening. All right, how about we cancel this construction? We'll let the water flow. I hate that it doesn't allow the water to flow if the construction is not happening, so I'm going to cancel that out as well. If and when we want to upgrade, we will upgrade later. Okay, so we're going to cancel that construction there as well. And we're going to let water flow if possible. We have water here, right? Oh, no connection. What do you mean no connection? Did we have this no connection problem the entire time? I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. That is absolutely horrendous. Oh my God. There's no way. No wonder we don't have food. Okay, well, now we have water. Ta-da! What a crazy situation. Also, we've ate up our space here. Yikes. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. We are unable to now expand here on our iron production. Even though we're not going to be using a lot of iron anymore. It's going to be steel here pretty soon, but that was a terrible idea here. Okay, that's all fine. All right, so as soon as we get some population here, we should have more water. And more water means more of everything. We could get a pipe out here, out there. Right? Let's go ahead and speed things up now, because I think we need to make some more progress. Do we need to designate more digging? Yeah, maybe we do need to designate a little bit more digging here. Wait. Mining designation, not flattening. Yeah, I've learned my lessons here. Do not use the leveling tool unless absolutely necessary. Okay, just mining. Can we request a little bit of diesel here just to get this flowing? Yeah, I think that's fine. It would have been nice to have our water production over here, but that's also very far away. Yeah, vegetables will dry out due to lack of water. You're going to get some water here eventually. Start sending out some water here. All right. Yeah, give me a little bit of a trickle here because we're going to need it. And then I want to get our pipe here, at least a tier 2, because we have the construction parts for it. We're going to go with at least a tier 2. All right, we're going to go up here. And we're going to go just off. Actually, we could go, yeah, we could go, just go straight this way to here, to here. Yep, we're going to go to here. No, do not connect to anything. I just need you to come here, into there, and into here. Into, come on, connect to there. All right, now we can build that some way, somehow, right? Good. And this needs to be upgraded. Boom. All set. This guy needs to be upgraded. There you go. This pipe will be fine. Now, can I use our new design tools? Belts. Modify pillars. Modify pillars. I'll give you a pillar there. We'll remove. All right, we'll remove that. And voila. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, no pillars in the way. Oh, same thing over here. Can we remove this one? No. Can we remove this one? All right. So this is good. This is going to get us some water for the farms that we need. And we're going to be able to produce a decent amount here. Next harvest is 45 potatoes and that is all nice. And we got a full irrigation tank. You've got a full irrigation tank and you've got a full irrigation tank. And then you don't have a full irrigation tank because we can do this now. We can upgrade this and we can give you, oops, the water system is going to be on the back here. Which is fine because we can connect this to that. And then we can get our food transported very easily here with, yeah, with some lifts, potatoes and vegetables, this stuff. Would be good to plan out our lifts though. Don't know how we want to do it, but it needs to happen. I mean, things are looking good, right? What's our production here now? We're doing 36 times 5 is, what did we say it was? 180 water, extra water here. We can produce a little bit more if we activated this. That'll give us 360 water, which is more than enough. Do we have a full tank here? Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and upgrade you now. You can take that and you can take this. And that is all we need. So you should have sufficient water, right? Because we can do the following. We can just get you. We can just get you from here all the way from the top. There you go. And then you can get there too. Can we remove that? Copy you. Actually, we don't even need to have that. We can just do this. Boom. Boom. Because all you need is 60, dude. All you need is 60. This, I would love to get out of there, if possible. Can I get you to be right here? And then we can remove that. No, we can remove this. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Okay, all right. So we are actually going to have to call the episode here because we have made the pretty nice little progress for ourselves here. We're in a good spot. All we need to do is turn this research back on. Boom. We're still a little bit short on population, but we have the housing and we have our beacon on and we have our unity, which is all we need to make progress. Gas combustion is almost here, which is, that's going to allow me, gas combustion is going to allow me to get the power situation going. right? So then we can stop relying on these guys right here, even though they're doing a very good job. We're not really consuming that much diesel on this. It's pretty much the only diesel we're consuming. The only problem is that I think we are producing way too much light oil, but we will start consuming that light oil. We will start consuming the light oil with our power plant, and we're going to be consuming our heavy oil once we have another use for heavy oil. Yeah, we would need hydrogen to produce more diesel with that. We can turn it into naphtha, which is not a bad idea. We can also burn it in the boiler, right? That'll give us power as well. So any heavy oil that's not going towards our fuel storage here would go towards our power generation. And so I want to start designing that as soon as we get our gas combustion boiler, because we're going to be using our heavy and light oil for that. We're going to set a priority here for the ship in light oil, priority over coal. And then I'll show you guys a really cool power trick where it'll basically run off of wood, and it will be a renewable power source, completely renewable, with many trees to harvest. That's why we need more land. We need more space. We need to start being able to get up here and harvesting a lot of wood from this area right here. And then we should be fine, I hope. Okay, so yeah, like I said, look at all this water that we have here. I do want to bring this water, right? This water here to the settlement, because that needs to happen. So I want to get a tank right over here. This tank is going to be feeding these guys right here. Yep, you're feed that guy. And it's going to be a tier 2 pipe for future proofing. So we'll just do that. And this will be a tier 2 tank. And we'll just do that. And this will be water. And then we just need to get water. Let's upgrade. What's the upgrade shortcut? Here, it's I. All right, we're going to upgrade that, and then we're just going to connect this pipe, and we're going to go up high like this. This way, this way, this way, that way, that way, that way, and then that way. All right, that works for me. Build that, build this. All of that gets built. Boom. Oh no, what the heck is this? Delete. Delete. Do that. All right, do that. Build this pillar modification thing, right? Okay, we can just remove that. Boom. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that road. It's exactly what we want. And now we're not hurting for water here. No sirree, Bob. We got our solution to all of this. We're gonna have food for days. I don't know what we're gonna do with all this food, but we're gonna have food for years. Can we not upgrade this food market yet? Do we not have tier 2 food market? We don't. That needs to happen. That needs to happen. These guys are not producing anything. Any science? No. Is that the case? We need science too? No. No, you're not getting any electronics at all. And because we're not full here. And we're not getting any electronics here because we're not producing enough. Let's make another one of these. Yeah. And let's just copy and paste this into this. So boom, 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 all set. Remove that, remove that. Ooh, yikes. I think I went a little bit overboard there. I think I want to do that, that, and that. Yeah, good. Bring this up. All set. All set. All right, I don't have Unity, but that's fine. We're going to get some here in a moment once we get everyone satisfied with food. Consumption versus production. This is consumption versus not production products. Health. Wait, where do we see our consumption here? This is full. Okay, now with our situation, we are now producing a lot of food, so we can increase consumption here. That'll give us a +1 Unity boost, which is what we need because we are low on Unity, and that's totally fine. Our maintenance is also doing well. Oh, that's why our maintenance, our electronics is not keeping up, because we needed more. We needed more because we just got an upgraded thing. All right, so this is fine. We need more copper. Why do we need more copper? We need more copper because we need more diggy boys over here. We got diggy boys. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll give you 2 diggy boys. I know we're overcompensating here, but it's completely okay to do so. Once you get those diggy boys, we should be fine. We got a lot of diesel. Oh my God, that's a lot of diesel. And I said I was done like 15 minutes ago. So let's call the episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Like I said in the beginning, let me know if it's okay to start streaming. It's a little bit easier to put out content. And yeah, I think that's what we maybe should lean towards moving forward. I could get maybe a steady schedule here. 2 hours a day should be possible given the work schedule and all of that. But we got kids and all that going on, so maybe we might miss a few days. But yeah, I think maybe we could do the streaming thing for a little while. I could produce other videos as well. But yeah, this water design, wow, man, that was beautiful. That is a work of art, I think so. Maybe we over-engineered it a little bit, but it's fine. We got all the water that we need for now. We're now in the golden age. Also, producing water over here. Did I set my priority? Yes, priority out, priority out, priority in, priority in. We're good here. We're good here. We got water here for days. We don't want to accumulate water here. We're using up all that water. So what are we doing over here? Like, I know that we're consuming a lot of coal, unnecessarily consuming a lot of coal, right? All this water goes this way, into here, into our water facility over here, which is also now full. This needs a boost. I could give it the water that it needs right from here instead of collecting it. I could do that. I could really do that and not have an issue. But that's something for the next episode. Anyways, this stuff is going to go away. We don't need this here. It's going to be built over here, right? This is where we're going to be producing our concrete moving forward. Does this stuff need water anywhere at any stage? You do, right? I thought so. But that's easy enough to do, right? Oh, I do have a water thing here. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, there's a pipe there. There's a pipe there. So I just need a tank, right? It's probably going to go right over here. Give me a fluid storage. So you can go right here, right next to these guys. Boom. And then we could get you into right there. And then that's all set. And we can expand this way, right? This way we can expand. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.